Namo Buddhasa, Namo Dhammasa, Namo Sanghasa, respected Mahasangha, dear friends in the Dhamma. First of all, I would like to pay gratitude to the Sangha, Mahasangha, and organizers who given us this opportunity to be on the stage today in this forum. And we are very grateful and honored to be here today. When we walk in the United States, after the walk, we received the invitation to join this forum seminar. Then, due to the schedule, we wasn't able to accept. But while we are in Thailand, and we'll be able to arrange the schedule and get a chance to be here to share some of the walk in USA. I still remember back then when I had a vow to do this type of walk in America to spread the loving kindness and compassion and raise the awareness of peace to the people. I was alone for years of thinking about this walk. And then for 3 years, I make a vow, make a wish that one day if I be able to take on a journey like this, I would, for the benefits of all for many and the Buddha Sasana. And I was fortunate enough to have our venerable monks from Thailand, from Laos, from Myanmar, Vietnam to join this mission of Walk for Peace in the United States. Before we take on the journey, we very carefully select the participants who can walk with us for many days, and of course the Vinaya as well. So I still remember the walk in India back then in 2002 versus this walk in the United States. It makes me to think about the Buddha teachings a lot. The Buddha, after he became enlightened, and when he has 60 Arahanta bhikkhus, and he said that ask all the bhikkhus to go different directions to spread the Buddha Dhamma for the benefits of many. And then when we took on this walk, I keep on thinking about that statement of our Buddha. We've been studying and learning about the Buddha Dhamma for a long time, but this is the only time that I truly feel it that we are using our own strength to walk, to share the teachings of our Buddha, which is mindfulness, which is loving kindness and compassion, and we be able to practice on our own as well. Mainly, we practice for our own first, and then while we walk, we also share what we practice to the people. At first, for the first month of the walk, there wasn't many people participated because in the United States, Buddhist is something very different. People look at Buddhist monks just like a normal person. The way they talk, the way they interact with the monk, just like their friends and the regular people, they never pay respect or have any kind of respect for the monks because they don't know who we are. And then when we walk, those first months, when people say they have never knew that there was Buddhist monks in Texas. Texas is the state where I reside. They didn't even know that there are monks exist in Texas. And during that first month when we walk, we practiced mindfulness a lot during the walk because there wasn't many people came out to see us, So that is the reason why we have more time to reflect upon ourselves. And then every day we walk, we practice mindfulness and Vinaya, apply Vinaya into our walk. And of course, when we walk like that, people start to notice and start to offer us. The first thing they offer was water. And for American to offer water to the monk, they just hand it just like, okay, give it to you, just like a friend, or a Persian, give it to a Persian. They don't know how to offer the right way to the monks. They don't even know that when seeing the monks, they should put their hands up like this in respect. So always they try to shake hands with the monks and hug the monks. This is something very normal in Western countries, but for our our countries like this, that is not acceptable, right? But it is acceptable and is normal in Western countries. And so, at first we still shook hands with people, and then day after day we start to guide people to the right direction, which is this is the peace breathing. When you see the monks, because we are walking for peace, and this is how we greet each other instead of shaking hands. If we wholeheartedly put our hands together like this, left and right, negative and positive energy put it together will create a big impact for our mind, our physical body. And so this is how we greet each other for peace, because this walk is walk for peace. And this is how we pay respect to each other. When you wholeheartedly put your hands together, is so different with just doing this shaking hand with habits. And so starting from there, people knows when they see the monk, they take their hands out and ready to shake the monk's hand. And they got reminded, oh, I shouldn't do that. I should do this to pay respect to the monks. And they start to put the hands together like this to pay respect to the monks. When they offer, some people, they just put waters on the road, on the table, then offer to the monks verbally, not physically. But in our tradition, they have to offer physically. At first, we also receive that way by verbal, because if we tell them, oh, you have to offer like this and like that, they not know tradition, because they are not Buddhist. They are Christian, they are Catholic, they are Jewish, they are so many different religions when we walk. And we walk with our mission is loving kindness, as always. Regardless of what's coming towards us, regardless of how people treat us, regardless of how they see and look at us, we still have to have metta towards them every single time, every single challenge, anything that comes to us. We have to be that way. And so for that reason, we always try slowly show them this is the Buddhist tradition, this is the way. And later on, they know how to offer it to the monks by handing it directly to the venerable monks who walk. And some people, they started to learn, they started to ask, how can I offer food for the monks during lunchtime? How can I offer this and that the right way? And then little by little we show them. Just little by little we show them. It took a while for them to get to know our traditions. And it took a while for them to know how to say sadhu after they do something wholesome deed. And after every offering, they all put their hands together and say sadhu to rejoice with the meritorious deed with everyone. And that happens every single day when they realize our traditions. At the same time, we be able to keep our sila, we be able to maintain our sila while walking. And of course, sometimes they offer money. And we are very grateful and lucky that we have a bia. We have a system to receive all that donation without us having to handle it, right? And so that the journey just move on just like that every day, and the audience, the participant growing, the crowd growing each and every day, thousands of people joining the walk, listening to the Dhamma talk, listening to the peace talk. Sometimes there are 50,000 people participated in the talk, the walk. And a lot of the time, we get positive feedback from the people. And of course, there were protesters. There were people pointing guns at us. There were people shout, curse, step on the gas pedal of their car, so for the black smoke to cover all of us because of anger and hatred. They have done all that. But we will be able to maintain our sila and loving kindness and compassion to the people, and we practice that way throughout the journey. Regardless of those protesters that follow us every single day. Every single day, everywhere we go, they will stand there with their banners and speakers just to stop us from walking. But as the Buddhist monk, we always respond, may you be well, be happy, be peaceful, with a smile on our face. We are very grateful and lucky that our venerable monks, our whole team are very mindful and react that way to the people along the road. So without all the venerable monks on my team, I don't think this mission would be able to accomplish it. But we are grateful and lucky that it's finished happily and peacefully, and people have joy, people have peace. Up until now, they still practice loving kindness, compassion, forgiveness meditation, mindfulness meditation to create peace for themselves, their family, and their society. We have never expected that there are millions and millions of people follow this journey and practice along with us that way. We never expected that. But it happens. It happens to the point now when the monks and the nuns walk out of the temple in the United States, people recognize them as Buddhist monks and nuns. People would go to all the temples in their town trying to meditate, trying to learn more about our traditions. People come to the temple to do volunteers work. And people are very humble for Buddhist monks and Buddhist teachings because this is a way of life. It's not about the religions. At first, people are afraid that we were going to convert them from their religion to Buddhism. But our message is very clear that no, this walk isn't trying to convert anybody, but we're trying to raise the awareness of peace. If we be able to slow down, peace will begin just like that. But we couldn't slow down because of this busy world. Technology now is moving quickly, very fast, advanced. We can connect each other instantly, just one tap on the tablet, on the phone, because of the internet technology. But we all lack of patience. We all lack of patience, and we all lack of mindfulness. That is why we suffer so much. People suffer everywhere. Just in the United States where I reside, Fort Worth, Texas alone, during the pandemic, COVID-19, there were so many suffering people come to the temple to seek for help. And that is the reason why this walk for peace, moving people very quickly and impactful to the Western world and around the world. And so, our venerable monks, we enduring all kind of difficulties, weather-wise, health-wise, and all that during the walk. There are some days we walk from morning until like 10 p.m. There are days that we walk very fast, but we still be able to walk mindfully. And so I think that this is something nowadays that we can apply to our daily routine. Mindfulness oftenly talk about retreat at the centers. But mindfulness now that our Venerable monks who walk for peace, we show people how to apply it to their daily activities by walk. Just walk and just doing the simple message, which is writing down today is going to be my peaceful day. And be mindful with that statement throughout the day. Try to stay away from the smartphone technologies as much as possible if you are not needed. Of course, show your phone nowadays is something that we need for our work, for communication. Nothing wrong with using technologies, nothing wrong whatsoever. But we are overuse it. We use it for something that is not needed. And for that reason, I always ask the people, ask yourself, how many phone numbers that you actually can remember by heart now? And many people say 2, 1, or none. But what about 15 years ago? When the smartphone hasn't come out, how many phone numbers we actually memorize by heart? A lot. Probably the whole phone book. But then because of dependent on technologies in the wrong way, then we lose in our memory. Our memories are shrinking every single day. And that is why we suffer. That is why we always react upon hate, anger, greedy, delusion, all those things from the people bring into us. And so today, in our talk, I would like to share that message of peace. This is something that needs everyone to walk together, not just the Walk for Peace monks alone, but we need all the Sangha. We need all the people to walk along with us every single day in our life for the rest of our life. That is why when we end up the talk, we always give out the peace bracelet. The peace bracelet, I say that these bracelet is not something that is power or anything, but just a way to tie you up with us. So you cannot escape from this walk, but you have to walk for the rest of your life to bring peace for yourself. Peace in the world will have to start from oneself, one person. If you have one day peace, you will have the second, the third, the fourth day, and 1 month, 1 year, and 1 life. If all people can walk together like this, I truly believe this world will become the better place for all beings to live. Just like Aloka, the peace dog, now called the peace ambassador, who travel with the monks, who walk with the monks from United States and Sri Lanka, and now here in Thailand. Of course, this is not the walk, but he now represents compassion, loving kindness towards all the animals as well. He has his own mission. The Venerable monks has our own mission. So we encourage and asking everyone to join together with this walk in spirit by practicing mindfulness, practicing sila, practicing compassion, loving kindness to have peace for ourselves, our family, our society, our nation, and world. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity today, and may you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful, and may all of us will soon realize Nirvana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you.